Just as the country was waiting for the Lok Sabha polls to be announced, there's a shocker in a way coming from the Election Commission. The Election Commissioner, Arun Goel, has stepped down. Ministry of Law and Justice put out the Gazette notification saying that the President of India has accepted former Election Commissioner Arun Goel's resignation. What the notification says is that in pursuance of Clause 1 of Section 11 of the Chief Election Commissioner and the Election Commissioner's Appointment, Conditions of Service and Terms of Office Act 2023, the President of India is pleased to accept the resignation of Shri Arun Goel, Election Commissioner, with effect from 9th March 2024, which means that the Election Commission, just in the eve of elections getting announced, is left with just the Chief Election Commissioner, Rajiv Kumar, at the moment. The earlier Election Commissioner, Mr. Pandey, had also stepped down after his entire tenure got over. Arun Goel had still 3 years left for his tenure to get over, and going by precedent, he was one of the contenders who could have taken over as the Chief Election Commissioner later. So his resignation definitely is leading to a lot of questions. Opposition is questioning the move. Allegations are being made by Trinamool Congress, by the RJD, that this is because the Prime Minister and the government of the day wants to take full control of the Election Commission, and that is why this resignation has been quote-unquote orchestrated. Essentially, what they are alluding to is that after the Supreme Court order said that the Chief Justice of India, the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition would select the election commissioners, that order was negated by the new law that was brought in by the government, in which the LOP, the Leader of Opposition, was the only non-government representative. Now, as per the new law, the Prime Minister and one minister nominated by the PM, in this case it is the Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal, they will decide. So this panel of 3 will decide who the CEC or the EC will be, and because the LOP will be in minority, the government side will have both the PM and the nominated minister, the Law Minister in this case. Therefore, it is the government of the day that will decide who will become the Election Commissioner. That is what the opposition is alluding to now, that perhaps the government wanted to bring in more control. That's why Arun Goel has been forced to resign. But just to point out, the very opposition had knocked at the doors of the Supreme Court when Arun Goel was appointed, because his appointment also was for need of a better word, very controversial. He was the secretary in the Heavy Industries Ministry. He had taken voluntary retirement, and just a day later, he was appointed as the Election Commissioner. The Supreme Court, of course, dismissed the Association of Democratic Reforms, as PIL, against his appointment. So it will be interesting to note whether he's moving on for better opportunities. There is a precedent in Ashok Lavasa, who had resigned and moved on to the Asian Development Bank. Is Arun Goel also following a similar trajectory, or what are the reasons really? At this stage, the government is not coming out with an official word yet about what it thinks about the current status of the Election Commission. Interestingly, the full commission was supposed to visit Jammu and Kashmir over 12th and 13th of this month. And then post that, it was being speculated that middle of next week, elections would be announced as well. But now, with only the CEC left in the Election Commission, everything is being questioned. The move towards Jammu and Kashmir, the move to decide when Model Code of Conduct should be enforced. The opposition is going on an all-out attack against the government after this sudden resignation by the former Election Commissioner, Mr. Goel.